Hello? Hi. I have been recording here. I've been on live, Servet Hassan, Intuitive Inc., but for some reason it wasn't on the air, and I have been talking to Shaman Isabella Stoloff. I've been talking to her already, but it wasn't going out live, but it is now. I'm being told that we are live and we are on the air. So I think the staticky part before that everyone was missing, I think that was meant to be because, look, it wasn't live and up and running. And anyway, so we're starting the show a little late. I hope you're out there. And, Isabella, you're going to have to kind of repeat some of this because nobody...
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I can hear you so much better now. So
me too.
Obviously we were supposed to start at 6:13.
I think so. So here it is, 6:13. This is Isabella Stoloff. In 2009, she founded the Orange County Healing Center. She's a shaman. She was talking about where she was trained and how that happened. It's a fascinating story. So if you don't mind just recapping it again, Isabella, let's just do it again. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And, if we can get a call in pretty soon so we know if you guys are hearing us clearly or if there's a lot of static because we're out here and we're not quite sure. So, I am the owner of the Orange County Healing Center, as the vet said. I started my journey in 2006 when my mother had dementia, and I had my first over-the-phone healing. And I decided, I had such a, huge shift so quickly that in 2007 I started studying with Dr. Alberto Villoldo in the Four Winds Society. And I was with them, but not to become a shaman. I had no intention of becoming a shaman. I was an acting teacher, a public speaking teacher, and I, had an at-risk program for kids. It wasn't being a healer and being a shaman was not on the docket. I was definitely not on the board. And as I said, I had such a profound healing back in 2006 that I started studying with the Four Winds in 2007 and was with them about until 2010. I just have had one profound experience after another. As I was saying earlier, I was taking a group to Peru and they wanted to go on to Lake Titicaca, and I said, well, we can't go on to Lake Titicaca because I have to come back and go to work. I'm a teacher and I have the semester starting. And I got a phone call from the school, from the university, and they said, we're so sorry, but we have to let all the adjunct faculty go. And instead of getting upset about it, there were so many things. I had just bought my house. I really depended on that job. I could have really gone into fear. I could have gone into serious fear. Absolutely. But instead, I called up the guest and said, guess what? We're going to Lake Titicaca, So it's really, it's your perception and how you manage your life. If you want to go into that fear mode or if you want to shift it as quickly as possible and get out.
Right. So and then that sets you off on a whole new journey, right?
Yeah, and then, I came back and I turned my house in the Orange County Healing Center. I may have done it right before then. It's right about that time. Turned my home in the Orange County Healing Center, started seeing people one-on-one, started training. A few years later, I had a woman come to me and said, Spirit told me we're supposed to teach together. And I said, I'm not teaching. I have no intention of teaching. 3 days later, I called her up and I go, guess what? We're teaching. She said, I know. It's like, it's just been a wild ride.
Right. Well, and the other thing we talked about before when we weren't on the air and thought we were, is what exactly a shaman is. So if you could recap that as well.
Well, it's funny because I didn't even know really what a shaman was when I first started. And, I had been asked to be interviewed for a radio show, and I had to look it up. So I looked up shaman, and it said shaman is a conduit between the physical world and spiritual world. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I am a conduit between the spiritual world and physical world. And I, there are many types of shamans. So listen, I have my assistant, Servette. She's listening in right now. Thank you so much, Colleen. She can't hear you. So I've been I'm not shouting, but I'm really raising my voice because I could tell that the connection wasn't great. So if you can just speak a little louder.
Okay. Let me know if she can hear me now.
That's perfect.
Okay,
I bet
good.
she can because I could. Yay!
Okay, great.
Okay.
Well, good. This has been full of technical difficulties, but this is what happens when you do live. So
that's what happens when you do live, honey. You just got to roll with the punches, and thank goodness we have people that can text message us and say,
exactly.
"Can't hear you."
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how I knew we weren't on, because somebody texted me, a friend of mine, Natalie, thank you if you're listening, to tell me that I wasn't on. So, and then I just stopped it immediately and we fixed it. So we won't have those.
We did, and you know what's so funny is now I can hear you better than ever.
Okay, look at that. So anyway, going back to the subject here, shaman is exactly what you said, because I looked it up too. But also I know what it is too. I've worked with a couple of shamans, and most of them that I have worked with practice some sort of divination and healing, like you do too. But I do know the ones that I have worked with in the past or have been teachers of mine, they sort of taught me how to go into a real transcendental state to work in. Do you do that?
Transcendental state. That's an interesting way of putting it. I do journey. I do go in between the worlds, but I work a little differently than most shamans. You know, as I was saying, I came home and I just started, it just was just natural for me, and I took the tools and the things I learned with Alberto, but I really started listening to spirit and trusting my own intuition and taking those tools and techniques. But I don't know, I just felt like spirit just kept talking to me and gave me something called present day soul retrieval, and a certain way to work with the light, and a certain way to get the energy from the sun. And that, it was just like, either it's something I've always done, like lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. I remember in the beginning when I would go into the underworld and do the past life soul retrieval, and I wouldn't see anything. I couldn't hear and I couldn't see, but I could feel. And I actually used to really judge myself on the fact that I can only feel, because everybody else was seeing all these cool things and having these amazing experiences. And I'm like, yeah, but I I just feel. And my teacher, I remember Linda Fitch, she used to work for the Four Winds. She's fantastic. If anyone ever looks up, anybody look up Linda Fitch. And she said to me, it's because you're a feeler healer, Isabella. You feel it at such a deep level that you can heal it. And I still didn't really get it when she said that. And it took me coming home and just doing it, because something inside of me was pushing me. So I would just do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. And the more I did it, then the more I would see, the more I would hear, the more I would, and when I just had to trust that feeler healer inside. And of course, I feel like now that's what do I attract? I attract feelers. I attract empaths. I attract feelers as students. All my students are feeler healers. They all, feel.
Well, and we
first,
all, everybody gets information differently, So yes,
mm-hmm.
you're a feeler, and even with my intuitive hits, and this is the same for everybody across the board, because I think everybody's intuitive. It's not the same thing as
everybody is intuitive.
Right. It's not
absolutely
the same thing as psychic
yeah.
ability. This is a direct connection of your soul with your higher self. And that's a spontaneous reaction almost of your soul, just like instinct is a spontaneous reaction of your mind. You don't tell yourself to breathe. and your intuition is the same way. But I think that we all connect to it differently. Some people, like I see things. I do see things. I'm very visual. I
Yeah.
see them, and then I hear them, and then I might feel it. But 9 times out of 10, I see something like a flash of something.
Yeah, we are all so different. We're all so different.
Right. So, I mean,
I feel it. I mean, I feel it so strongly when somebody who's passed on is in the room.
Right.
My heart, I can just feel the energy, you know? I'm like, okay, your dead grandmother must be with you, you know, during the healing.
Do you feel
yeah,
their
totally.
Energy? Yeah, I do too. My other thing too is I get very cold. Very cold.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
I get really cold really quickly. And someone asked me the other day, how come I'm always cold? And I thought, well, I'm not going to tell you.
As you're working. You're working.
As
you're working.
Yeah, it's funny. But no, I mean, when I've seen other shamans work, I've always seen them go into sort of a trance. But everybody's different. And, you know, even Carlos Castaneda used to call that trance state of a shaman. He used to call that non-ordinary reality. So, you know, it's kind of, it's cool in a way, you know,
super cool.
Non-ordinary reality. Just think about that. In a way, it's meditation, which I tell everybody they need to do every day, because you can't change your life, or you can't heal anything physical or mental without being still and being connected to source. You know?
Right. What I like to teach is how to stay connected. You know, after your meditation, after your healing, after the radio show, how do you become the shaman in your own life? You know, how do you make each step a prayer? How do you have ceremony every day?
How? Tell us how. How do you do it?
So it's super simple, you guys. It's a vibration. So everything is sound and vibration. So it's like just lighting a candle in the morning, burning some incense from room to room, setting the intention for the day, being, you know, when you're walking on Mother Earth, sending her a love prayer, thanking her for, you know, she's a living, breathing organism, you guys. She's alive, and she's wonderful, and she's growing your food, and, you know, growing your trees so you can breathe. And you know, Mother Earth is an amazing being, and we spend a lot of, not that there's anything wrong with praying to God, the God of your own understanding, but it's like we forget about Mother Earth, and we spend so much time praying up to the universe. So I like to teach, you know, we manifest here in the material realm. This is where we manifest here on Earth. So thanking Mother Earth for our manifestations, then thanking yourself for choosing to come here and do this work. And then saying thank you to the universe, you know, so saying the prayer to the God, or the God of your own understanding. You know, I find it to be more powerful when we connect the earth to our body, to the heavens, to God, to the universe, to whatever it is you believe, creator, whatever you want to call it, power greater than yourself. And your higher self, you know, so offering these prayers when you take steps during the day, and just being conscious, like being conscious of yourself, being conscious of what you say. What are you saying? What are you thinking? This is my biggest teaching, is what are you saying and what are you thinking? How do you go throughout your day? Are you listening to yourself? Are you conscious or are you unconscious? Are you listening to yourself, the words that come out of your mouth? Are you listening to what you're doing in the workplace, and how you're relating and talking about your siblings or your children, or your, you know, if it's negative and it makes you feel bad, it's a lie. This is what I'm talking about with the brain, with your mind. If it's positive and it makes you feel good, it's the truth. So what are you thinking, first of all, about yourself? And then what are you saying about yourself? And then what are you saying about others? So it's just this whole like little awareness package of how to be in ceremony every day, how to be the shaman in your own life. It's really doing the inner work. It's really looking at yourself listening to yourself and shifting that which doesn't serve you. You know, if you are the kind of person that feels guilty, or you say, I have a problem with this or a problem with that, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, oh, I should have, would have, could have, if you're still doing those, you know, just be gentle with yourself and try to shift your vibration, which is your words,
Right.
to be more positive, to be more loving, to be more
Words.
compassionate toward yourself.
Right, right. Well, people have mantras that they tell themselves all day long. They're unconsciously, like, oh, I can't do that, or oh, I'm too old, oh, I'm too tired, oh, I'm this, I'm that. You know, people do walk around doing that. The other key thing you said there, though, too, is that the way I stay connected, and you just said it, is to be thankful, to thank Mother Earth, and to keep thinking about all the good you do have instead of dwelling on all the negativity. And that keeps the thoughts in line as well. And that's after my meditation and after the radio show and after the spiritual readings I do in the morning or whatever. That's what keeps me going all day. I'm very aware of every thought that enters my mind. You know, I'm very aware of whether it's serving me and everyone around me, my ministry, whatever, it's the people I touch are important to me or not. And if it's not,
exactly,
shut up. You know, I did a blog the other day that said, shut the should up, because should is useless. I should have this, I should have that. I mean,
useless. It's a useless word. You should have. It's a useless word. Take it out of the dictionary.
It is, and I shut the should up because it just doesn't.
That's a great title. Yeah, I love it.
It's you know, because it's not. You're right. So I totally agree with you. I think that we really have to be conscious of what we're thinking, and also because what you think will create how you feel, and then how you feel creates how you think, and it becomes a vicious cycle. And then that's how you stay stuck, because you just keep thinking and feeling the same thing, and then you can't quite get out of that. You have to be really careful and pay attention and give yourself good mantras. Just like, you know, you could have been devastated when that job ended, and that was, you know, your rent, your mortgage, whatever, you know, your food, your livelihood.
Right. I could have been. I mean, I could have gone into so many different scenarios.
Absolutely.
I could, you know, like, what am I going to do? I better cancel the trip. I really only had 3 people anyway. I better just go. You know, I mean, I could have gone into fear. And instead, I was like, guess what? We're going to Lake Titicaca. I don't know how, but we're going to make it happen. And, you know, I follow energy. So my thing is, I follow energy. I don't always know where Spirit wants me to go or what Spirit wants me to do. But, like, when I feel like, oh, we're supposed to go to Glastonbury in June. And so I'm taking a group to Glastonbury on the 20th, and we're going to be there for 8 days, and we're going to spend the whole time in the center of town and go to the tour and Chalice Well and sit on the sacred sites, and then go to Stonehenge and Avebury and Tintagel Castle, feeling that King Arthur energy. And I think that people who are ready to, you know, really dive into their intuition and really dive into this energy like we're talking about, they're ready for these spiritual retreats. You know, they're ready to travel the world and sit on sacred stones and feel the energy and breathe in that new life, which is really their old life, you know, and release those past lives and start to live in this cooler vibration. You know, it's been, gosh, I've been to Peru now 6 times. I just came back in October from taking 17 people. We had an amazing trip, and it didn't even feel like it was 17 people. They were so connected. Everybody was so, you know, if you may have been noticing some of that, but your tribe is like, people are really connected. They're coming in. It's growing. It's getting better. You and I have known each other for a while now. It's getting larger, more and more people. Right. I just had that fire ceremony here, that heart healing fire ceremony at the Orange County Healing Center. And the people's hearts, I mean, they were so beautiful. They were so big. They were like, I mean, I was thinking, you came here for a heart healing, but you're you got the most beautiful hearts I've ever felt. You know, it was, I think that so many more people are waking up. Gosh, we've been at this, you know, almost a decade now for myself. It's 2006. So, you know, it's getting better. It is. It's more and more people are waking up.
I agree. When you do these retreats, is it mostly like, you know, getting into the energy of where you are, the vortex of it all, and then meditating?
Yeah. It's really about the land.
Right.
And then the connection to the mother and to the stars. Right. So, and the connection to your soul, you know, so it's always a deeper awakening of the soul. And then any energy or any, lost soul pieces. I believe that I've done a lot of traveling. Last year it was 6 countries. You know, I believe every place I've gone, I've picked up another piece of myself. And sure, you could do that from sitting at home and meditating and calling it back and going to see your healer and getting the past life soul retrieval. But there's nothing like being there. There's nothing like being there.
Well, no,
it's a whole different thing.
But what? Explain that, though, for people out there. What do you mean by lost soul pieces?
Well, everything that's ever happened to us creates a memory imprint in our light body and inside of our chakras. So the lifetimes live inside of the chakras. The lifetimes also live inside of the auric field. So everything that's ever happened to you in this lifetime, let's just talk about present-day soul retrieval. In this lifetime, you've lost a little bit of yourself. I bet my listeners, or your listeners out there, the people that are listening to us right now, you could go to a certain time in your life and you can say, oh, gosh, yeah, I'm stuck. I'm still there. I always say, where did you lose the biggest part of yourself? Now, some of us have a lot. Some of us don't have any. But, you know, some of us have quite a few, and you can go, gosh, I can remember that time when my, you know, mother went to the market and I was left alone in the house and I woke up alone, or what, you know.
When you said that, something comes to mind immediately. Usually, for the people listening, I'm sure too, there's usually something like, when you said that, I know it was when my husband died.
Right, so you went right to somewhere, right?
Right.
Yeah. So now, let's follow that to the past life. We have these karma lives, and I'm coming up with I don't know if it's a new thing, it's a new thing for me. I believe we're stuck in a karmic loop. I think we've been stuck in this karmic loop. And we've been coming back lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, replaying the same scenario, getting stuck and stuck and stuck. And so we're in a time of instant karma. This is our lifetime to get unstuck. And that's why the people like us are doing so much of this inner healer work, past life work, present day, so that we could get unstuck and come back the next time, if you choose to come back the next time, in a whole new vibration, in a whole new energy field, not having to replay the old karmic loop patterns. So what I have found is that there's a present day issue, there's a past life that goes with it. I have found if there's a past life issue, you're going to find it in the present day. Right. And, you know, that's what I do. I clean it out, clear it out, and bring back pieces of lost energy, pieces of lost light. So people feel really like brighter and lighter when they get off the table. That's my biggest compliment. I say, how do you feel? They go, so light. I feel, I'm like, yeah, you just released lifetimes off your energy field.
Right. Well,
good thing.
I've had clients that wouldn't go in the water because they had this fear of drowning for no reason. And then when you go back with them, and it wasn't in this lifetime, but in a past life it happened, and they acknowledge it and release it, they're fine after that. And that's my biggest compliment, is that to see them get in the water when they couldn't for so long.
I know, right? Don't you love that?
I do.
I love those kind of stories.
I do.
Yeah, I got them around pregnancy. I have girls that have come here and, I don't know if I want to get pregnant or not, but I'm thinking of getting, but I kind of really want, and I'm like, there's a baby, and she's ready, or he's ready. So, if you're ready, and then they'll come back, I got pregnant, I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's so funny. Out of the blue, I just saw my best friend's her daughter, I just saw her having a baby girl, and she wasn't even pregnant. And a couple of months ago, she just had a baby girl. So it's just, yeah, you can feel their energy, you can feel them coming. I'm going to open up the lines for anybody out there that wants to call.
Woohoo!
Isabella,
open up those lines.
Shaman who can show you how to be a shaman in your own life. So if you have a question about anything that you're stuck on or need help with, the number is 949-313-8880. Call in, because this is a great opportunity to talk one-on-one with someone who's not so accessible. So this is a good time to ask anything you want to.
Yeah.
This has been a great conversation. I really loved it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The whole Orange County Healing Center is about healing, and on all levels, multi-levels. So I think
right, and it's my home. So, I opened my home up in a big way. I have a tiny little house nestled in Fullerton, Orange County. I always say I have a tiny little house with a great big name. And now, Savette, I have started to get these crystals. I have these ginormous crystals that I got on consignment. This, my friend from India who sells crystals, at the shows, I went and I bought some, and I have some clients I sell to once a year that, I go in January, I sell my things in January. And I left, they came back, and he called me and he said, I've got these crystals and I'd love to give them to you on consignment. And I said, no, I don't want to owe you money. I don't know. No, thanks. He said, okay, well, they're just going to go back in storage. They're just going to go back in the box. And I was like, no, they can't go back in storage. They can't go back in the box. They're beautiful because they're apophyllite. So they're that gorgeous apophyllite, shiny.
Oh, I know exactly what
and
you're talking about.
I have these magnificent pieces, and I have a girlfriend now. She can't come over. She's like, your house is too intense. There's like crystal energy everywhere. Oh, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really notice it.
Well, you're in tune to it, but she can feel it, right? I've got a caller here. Hold on. Hello?
Hello? Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw the number on my my words are not coming on the internet, and
hi, welcome.
On the radio show. Hi, I got a little confused. Hi.
On Intuitive Inc. radio show right now. This is Servet Hassan, and my guest right now is Isabella Stoloff, who's a shaman. And is that what you meant to do? Did you mean to call?
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I should take in questions or callers. Is that what's happening?
I am.
Yeah. Okay, great. I'm also an intuitive, and I'm just going through a ton of change. I just thought I just saw it just now, and you know how divine timing works. So
wow.
I'm just going through so much change, and I was just wondering, I don't know if she's a reader or if I just was like,
I'm not a reader.
I'm
not a reader, but I'm a feeler, and I'm going to tell you right away that your heart, there's something going on. Like something is up against your chest. Feels like it maybe in the high heart area. Go ahead and tell me what, and then you've got Servet too. She's also a reader, so, you got us both tonight.
What's your name?
Perfect divine timing.
Oh, I'm Megan. Hi.
Hi, just a
Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan. Why don't you tell us what's going on?
Sure. Oh, gosh, I just want to cry immediately. Like, I just love your energy. So what's going on is I am an actress also. I'm ready to be done being a healer for other people, actually. I'll never really be done because I'll just shift how I do it. I want to do it as a performer and as a writer and probably philanthropy as well. Because I'm getting burned out, to be honest. I'm getting really exhausted.
And you're taking on the energy. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I tend to do that a little bit. I do try to clear, but I do tend to take it on a bit. And so I'm trying to shift that, and my body is having a really hard time because I'm suffering from hypothyroid and adrenal fatigue really bad, and I'm having a really hard time healing it. So whenever I go and blow off steam and have fun at all, like if I go to an amusement park, I go have fun at all and get out of the house, which I need to do because I'm an extrovert and like I love being out and about. it takes me days to recover because I'm just exhausted from the adrenal fatigue.
What's going on in your house?
I'm not sure what to do.
Something's in your house. What's in your house?
What's in my house?
Yeah. Do you feel something in your house?
Energy. She's talking about energetic.
Sometimes I felt like when I first moved in, I had an entity. I felt like it cleared it then.
That might be what I'm feeling. Because I'm feeling something in my heart. I don't know. I feel something
in my
really
heart.
deep in my heart. But no, your house too. No, I was wondering if there was something in your house because of the way I was feeling in my heart. That's what I was saying.
Oh no, in my heart, yeah, I was heartbroken. Couple years ago, yeah, that's still kind of there. I'm mostly over that person, but I was really, really betrayed. Really betrayed.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And some friends went along with it. So I was betrayed by some friends along with a man. So that was rough, really rough.
Okay.
And I recently found out something along with that too.
So there is something in your house. So I don't know what is in there. Is it some kind of entity? Is it somebody who's passed on? So it's someone who's passed on. Is it anyone you know? There isn't. So you know how to do extractions and get things out of your house, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I can help you right here over the phone right now.
Okay.
Do you know how to close portals in your house? If there's any open portals?
I don't really do that. I don't do that kind of work very much.
Okay. All right. Let me take
I
a
go
look.
around and smudge and do blessings and prayers, but I don't really close portals very much. Do
you have Palo Santo?
I do have Palo Santo.
Okay, I want you to not burn the sage. I want you to burn the Palo Santo right now.
Okay, let me find it.
Well, we don't have time to go too far like other callers, but I do want to help her.
Okay, I found it.
So you can burn
I had no idea this is what we were going to be doing, but since this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, right?
No.
Okay, all right then.
I always ask Spirit, how come I learned how to do this so quickly? Why do I do it so fast? Spirit's like, you'll know when it happens. You'll know why you do it so fast. And right now is one of those times. Right now, we're going to clear your house, clear your little soul so that you can go on out there and be an actress and give healing through theater, which is a fantastic way to do it. So I'm going to really quickly say, to the winds of the south, west, north, and east, Pachamama and Ascended Masters, be in our medicine space and be with my sister for the highest healing possible today. Oh. So first we're going to go into your house and show me what's in your house. Earth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's just stuck. There's just a woman. She's just stuck. 1, 2, 3. And here we go. That should do it for the house. Anything else in the house? Is there a portal open in the bedroom above the headboard? Nope. By the closet. Okay. Throwing golden light.
Yeah,
over
that's where I
closet.
feel it. That's where I feel it. Okay. Yeah, I do feel that. Being an intuitive, that's where I feel the portal. Okay, got you.
Good girl. So I'm going to teach you how to close it right now. I want you to take your hands and bring in the golden light. I've got my hands up. I'm putting in the golden light. So we're going to do warm golden liquid, life force energy from the sun, re-imprinting and reweaving, closing that portal, letting only golden light. Ah, phew, excuse me, come in. Good, close it. And here we go. Move that energy. And let me see your house. Good. Would you like me to check your heart?
Yes, please.
You got it. I'm sorry, honey. What was your name again?
Megan.
Megan. Thank you for that. Earth, 1, 2, 3, 4. All your upper chakras are blown out, honey. Your heart all the way up. So I'm going to go into your heart. Clear. Throat. 6. 7th. Ciro Wangro, Conete, Panete. Ciro Wangro, Conete, Panete. Ciro Wangro. And big breath in and out. Shift. Conete, Panete. Extractions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 extractions. I need you to open up your left hand, and I want you to think anything inside of me that's negative, get out now. Okay. Anything in the adrenal glands, anything that's keeping you from moving forward. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Hum, boy, hum, boy, hum, boy. Hey! 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 Hum, boy, hum, boy, hum, boy. Hey! Hey! Good girl. Relax your hands. And again, white light, forgiveness, and love as you release all that no longer serves you. Infinite love and gratitude. All the highest dimensional beings there to support you at this time. Big breath in and out. Shift, calling in the energy of Archangel Michael. Going right out the top of your head, honey. Hey! And bringing in a big, beautiful, purple light. Letting the essence of who you are come back to you now. Allowing your spirit to return to the body. Allowing your spirit to come back in. Relax. Ground in. Big breath in and out. Shift. And breathe. Now I want you to imagine the golden light of the sun coming down through the top of your head and filling your entire being, protecting you and guiding you. Warm golden liquid life force energy from the sun, re-imprinting and reweaving your luminous energy field. Feel that warm golden liquid, breath in and out, go into every single space in your mind. Shift your consciousness, raise your vibration. See each cell as imperfect health, no more dis-ease in the body anywhere. Big breath in and out. Shift. Creator of all that is, thank you, thank you, thank you for this lovely healing for my sister Megan. Thank you for helping her to see her divinity in every step she takes, every move she makes, knowing she is divinely guided by you at all times. Thank you for giving her crystal clear clarity of vision and illuminating her path now more than ever before. Thank you for this healing and so much more, and so it is. Amen. To the winds of the south, west, north, and east, Pachamama and Ascended Masters, thank you, thank you, thank you for this beautiful healing for my sister Megan and our grandchildren's grandchildren. Aho.
I have another call, so I don't want to end this too quickly, but I'm going to bring her on anyway, and then we'll just see.
Megan, you can email me and let me know how you're doing.
Right.
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much.
Good.
You're so welcome, honey. Shoot me an email.
And we'll give
I
you
will.
email and website information for both of us, okay?
Hello.
Okay, Megan.
You got it.
Right.
Amazing.
Hi.
A shaman at work.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Who's this?
Hi. This is Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
We're running out
Hi,
of
Servette. I finally got through.
We've had another caller on. Sandra, we know you, right? Okay, so we are running out of time here because we've just got 8 minutes left.
But it's
so
fine. Go
ahead.
ahead.
Ask a question. Isabella's on the line here, and she can answer.
Okay, Isabella. I guess our Servette. I'm looking for a new place to live, and am I going to be successful? And is it going to happen in the next couple of weeks here before I'm thrown out of the place I'm living in right now?
Shaman Isabella, do you feel anything at all?
I'm wondering if you'd like to take that one. That one seems more of a reader kind of question. So we could both tune in.
I feel like it is a reader kind of question, but I feel like this is that fear thing again, that you were talking about, Isabella, when you get into a situation like you were when you got the call.
Yeah. That's what I was feeling too. I kind of feel like you're blocking it, Sandra, in some way. I hate to say I don't feel it's going to happen as quickly as you want it to, but it is going to happen. It just is going to depend on how quickly you can release the fear and see it happening and feel it happening in every fiber of your being. What was the other part? That wasn't just moving, right?
No, yeah. It was just being able to get out of here as soon as possible. I'm under some legal pressure right now to leave. So you're talking about the fear. I have so much pain and I have done so much work and I still can't release this because there's so many barriers that keep being thrown up by me and other things. And I haven't been able to release it. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with.
You know what I'm feeling too, Isabella? I really think that this is like what you were talking about, picking up pieces of your soul. Is there some part of her life here that's blocking this?
Yeah, it's funny you said that because I feel that either you're still in a karmic loop, there's something still that needs to be learned. And I don't know if are you going around in circles? Is there something that you're not looking at? Yeah, I feel that's what I feel like. You're going around in circles, but there's something you're not catching, honey. And I know we have such short time. But you can email me at shamanisabella@gmail.com. You've got Servette's information. But I just think that there's something, either meditate tonight and ask, what am I missing? Am I blaming? Am I blaming other people for my problems? Am I blaming the situation? Where am I still not in Aini? Aini is a proven word for reciprocity. Where am I still not in gratitude, and how do I get in gratitude? And I have a feeling, honey, the minute you get into gratitude, stop blaming, shaming, judging, whatever, yourself, the people, the legal thing. Just be like, okay, this happened for a reason, and I'm good with it. And then everything in your life is going to change like gangbusters.
Right. I believe that truly. I also think that you will find a place. I don't not see you finding a place because
I see a place. I definitely see a place. Yeah.
Building with trees in the front. It was white with and it's upstairs. And there's a tree out when you look out your front window, there was a tree, a big tree. So I definitely see that. I know. So I don't think you're not going to find something. I also don't feel like it's a conventional place. I feel like it's a friend or someone or somebody you know or somebody who knows somebody who has a place that they can know about and you can rent, you can move into. It's not like it's someplace you find in the want ads or something or in Craigslist. It's more of a friend finding it for you. And there's no first and last and tons of money because it's just
right.
Somebody
and it's not forever either. It's a stepping stone to the next thing.
Well, there you go. Stepping stone to the next thing. And I feel like it could be like somebody knows somebody that has a guest house or something, and it's something like that. So it's not a conventional apartment. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay, I am going to have to cut it short because we're out of
Thank
time.
You.
We went too far.
You're welcome, Sandra. Have a beautiful day, honey.
Thank
you. Goodbye.
Servette, can you talk a little louder?
I can. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better.
I'm talking really loud. I don't know why it's this way.
I know, me too. I've been shouting the whole trip.
It's a funny thing, but you know what? We still made it through, and I know, Isabella, this show helped a lot of people. And I don't think people have heard a shaman actually at work. And with Megan, you worked. That was you in action, That was pretty amazing to hear and for people to experience. Not everyone out there that's listening has been exposed to that, and you were working. You went into a whole other realm. I mean, you weren't there anymore. Isabella wasn't there.
Who wasn't? That's when you ask me about transcendental meditation, or when you ask me about, I'm like, I kind of just check out and go, and my work. Like once I track the energy, once I find the wound, I can't not heal it. Right. I can't. It's not in me. I'm like, I feel you, man. and I can help you. Okay. So let me just do it.
Okay.
Within 5 minutes, we just take it out.
That's what Carlos Castaneda termed non-ordinary reality, and that's where you go.
You just witnessed it firsthand.
right. So now you have a minute here. I just want you to be able to give people your information.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Well, first of all, let me thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I love having an opportunity to share my gifts and share the knowledge.
Okay.
People out there, if you want to find me, I am Orange County HealingCenter.com. That's OCHealingCenter.com. Shaman Isabella, Isabella. So that's Shaman Isabella at gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, Shaman Isabella Stoloff. I have a new website called Shamanic Travel. It's got the June retreat on there. We're almost sold out. And we're looking at possibly doing Peru in April. So, of course, that one's closest to my heart. And I love you. Please join me and, sign up for the email list, become a part of the tribe. I'll let you know when I'm having the next fire ceremony back here.
Great. Thank you so much for doing this, Isabella. Despite everything, this was a fantastic show. I mean,
fantastic.
Really
love and light, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Love you. Bye. Well, thank you very much for tuning in today. We're almost out of time. I'm going to have to cut this short now because we had technical difficulties in the beginning, but that's what happens when you do live. We were recording, we thought, and we weren't, and then we had to catch up, and callers that we had to cut a little bit short. My information is www.servet, SERVETHASAN.com. And you can find me there. You can email me there. I've got a blog, Memos from My Higher Self. I do private sessions. My guest next week is going to be Amy Shear. She's done a chapter in the complete book of mindful living for Llewellyn. She's awesome. She's a great she's got a lot of information that she can pass on to all of us. Her chapter for that book is called Paying Attention on Purpose. And really, if you want to manifest anything in your life, you need to pay attention on purpose. So I'm going to sign off here, as I always do, by telling you to be yourself to the full, be you to the full, because that is what's truly beautiful, and it's all about us being us and being who we really are at our core and our true selves. And thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry for all the difficulties, and I'll see you next week. Bye.